love the word intention. And my husband, he's a wound care specialist, and love him to death. And I think he'll, whatever the belief is in heaven, he'll be there, and he's probably going to be sainted for marrying me. But don't laugh, Nico. And but I think we here recently we talked about. I've been trying to work on the understanding of intention and how to incorporate that in my training and consulting. And I thought intention, and I looked it up one day, and it was a medical terminology on first primary intent, or the intention. It could be a medical term. So I'm of a wound for healing a wound. So he has his wounds and everything laid out when he's needing to do some research and study. I was like, oh, that's gross. But I go, can I ask you a question? And he's like, yeah. And he's an incredible listener, Evan. And he's all the time even telling me, he's like, sometimes you talk just to fill space. And so you're just talking to talk. But I asked him, I go, intention. I go, how do you use that in medical and with wounds? He goes, oh, primary and secondary intention. Primary, it's a quick wound. You stitch it up, get some antibiotics, get back out there, get it back on the field. But secondary, it takes time. You have to sometimes let it heal from the inside out. There's a lot of infection, these things like that. And I only say that because I loved that interaction with him, because what all you're saying in the technique, I had something there. I knew I didn't have all the answers. I went to talk with him. I don't ask him a lot of times, like, what is this? What is that? Because I think I just have it all done.
Mm-hmm.
And I took the time. I was like, I really want to listen to this. And when he explained that, I was like, oh my gosh, that resonates. That makes sense. So just like where your students are, they're taking down those notes. I was taking down notes with him, and what I listened to, I took that intention to listen at that time to understand more of what intention was.
Yeah.
But I those techniques, I just in this space and in this time have helped me even just, I've been sitting here just breathing.
Yeah.
Trying to just settle in and be more consciously aware of the connection with you and what you're saying. And I think, you said there is oh my gosh, reflective, analytical. There is, then there's, what was
connective
it?
And conceptual.
And conceptual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And those just have those structures to me that I'm like, those resonate with me.
Yes. And one of the things that I do in my training,
they're so non-intrusive either that you've done something wrong. It's just like, no, it's everybody.
It's different, right? And that's one of the ways that I really help organizations.
Mm-hmm.
There's a self-assessment of it, but there's also a professional test that you can take to get that, and there are numbers that then are attached to each of those 4 areas. And there's this great little group chart that you can get. And I was just talking with a client this morning that I did training for 2 weeks ago. And she said, I am going to get this laminated and put it up on the wall, because I now look at this chart and go, oh, when I go in and talk to this person, I've got to be really analytical, because that's what they are. And when I go talk to this person, I got to be really connective, because we then can adapt the way we speak to better align our communication with the other.
Just like being international in a restaurant.
Yes.
When it's the same. It's the same
It is.
idea. It's the same concept.
It is.